Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. For many people, or I should say for Roiv Klal Yisrael, the climax of Yom Kippur ends by the end of Ne'ilah. Ne'ilah is the tefillah which is connected to Yechidah Sheba Nefesh. And when everybody stands and says, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, and it finishes off by the shouting of Lashana Haba B'Yerushalayim. Now, the halachic perspective of these psukim that we say, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, it's brought from the Shalah, that when you say that, you should say that b'kol ram, with a loud voice and true kavana, and you should have kavana that you're ready to do Mesiras Nefesh, give yourself self-sacrifice on behalf of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and if you have it, that kavana sincerely, Hashem will be mekabel that kavana as if you did it, as if you were Mesiras Nefesh. Wow, what an opportunity! Now, the fact that we say Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, and we shout it, so in different Sfarim, there were different minhagim how many times it should be said. Most of the customs today is that we say it once. There are other customs that we said it more than once, possibly twice or three times, and throughout Ne'ilah, every time you said Hashem, Hashem, Kel Rachum V'Chanun, there are some customs that used to respond by saying Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. This became a halachic the problem, because halachically you're not allowed to repeat Shema twice, because when you say it once, you're proclaiming Hashem as your God. If you're saying it one after another, it's chas v'shalom. It looks like, or it seems like you have two gods. God forbid. So, as the halacha says, ha'omer shema shema mishatken oisai. Somebody who repeats the shema, we make him quiet. We don't allow him to say it twice. So that's why the pasuk of shema is said loud once and with tremendous kavanah. Then we follow it by saying the pasuk of Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusei La'olam Vard. That we say three times. And the Mata Ephraim says, why do we say it three times? Because to collect everybody of Klal Yisrael, and we know that Klal Yisrael is split into Kohanim, Levim, Yisraelim. Or another pirush, we say it three times because again we are proclaiming Hashem as our King, and that in what manner are we proclaiming Him as our King? Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimlech, the past, the present, and the future. That's why we say it three times. Now, throughout the year, we know that Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusei La'olam Vard is always said quietly, but today's Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur we say it loud. So too here at the end of Yom Kippur at Ne'ilah we say loud the Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusei La'olam Vard, and then we go and we finish it these psukim by saying seven times the pasuk Hashem Hu Elikim, Hashem Hu Elikim. God is the God of the world, and that is to elevating Hashem. The Shechina now at the end of Yom Kippur is going up back to the supernal worlds of wherever Hashem, the name Hashem comes from. And there are Shiva Rikiyim. So the Shiva Rikiyim, for every ascent back up, corresponding to every one of those Olam, we say Hashem Hu Elikim in every Olam. Now, then we go on, and the Kaddish is said. Many people have the custom to sing a march. It's a time of celebration. I will soon explain. And we all scream out the Tekiah Shofar, the Tekiah, and then we all scream out Lashana Haba B'Yerushalayim. What's the point of the Tekiah at that time of? The service l'chayra is done. We davened 5 tefillas. What is the point of this Tekiah? So let me tell you what is brought in the Levush. The Levush basically gives many reasons. He says, number one, the Shechina, after being present with us so imminently, so close, now goes back after Tefillas of Yom Kippur. It goes back to the Rakia. And by Matan Torah it says that when the Eibishter came and gave us the Torah, after the Torah was given, Allah Alekim Betrua. So too, we have to blow, the Shechina is going back up. Another reason, the siman, the Tekiah, the blowing of the shofar is a siman of a sign of simcha and victory. We did it! We won the Yetzer Hara, we won the Satan, we knocked it out of the park. Another reason, says the Levush, we blow the shofar to confuse the Satan again, to make him depressed. to remind him of his ending. There will come a time that he'll never have a mouth to criticize or complain against Yidden, just like on Yom Kippur. We know that the Yom Kippur, the Satan, is a gematria 364, and there are 365 days of the year, because there's one day of the year the Satan has his mouth taped, has his mouth shut. And we're telling him, just as it was today, we're blowing the shofar, it's going to be like this forever and ever. Another reason why we blow the shofar is it's a siman of chayris, a siman of freedom. Because on this day, the neshamas become freed, released from all things that drag them down, all their averis. So we blow the shofar, a sign of freedom. Another reason is it's a zeicher for Tkiyas Yovel, the Jubilee year. It says that you had to blow the shofar, and you had to blow the shofar Yom Kippur, and that's a zeicher for that Tkiyas Yovel. Now that answer is very complicated. Other Mefarshim have a major issue with that answer, because if so, we should only blow on the shofar on a Yom Kippur of Yovel, of the Jubilee year. The fact that we blow it every Yom Kippur, it seems to be that this last answer is problematic. Then there is Tosfos' answer. This is the answer that the Alter Rebbe quotes in Shulchan Aruch, that the reason we blow the shofar at the end of Yom Kippur is that people shall know you are leaving the shul, but tonight is a Yom Tif. Right after Yom Kippur, Matzah Yom Kippur is a Yom Tif. People don't know it's a Yom Tif. You have to celebrate tonight and be very happy that you're sure, you're positive that Hashem, your Avinu Malkeinu, signed and sealed you for a good upcoming year, upcoming life, and you have to have a special meal, and that's why it's brought in Shulchan Aruch that when you leave the shul at the night of Yom Kippur, you greet each other with the same tone you greet each other on a Yom Tif.